At this point, I'm joined by the former Rajya Sabha MP of Trinamool Congress, Ms. Sushmita Dev, who has filed her nomination papers as a Rajya Sabha MP for Bharatiya Janata Party today. Hello and welcome to Times Now. Thank you for speaking to Times Now. Today, you have filed your nomination papers along with Prakashit Baraik and Chukhendu Shekhar Roy. This entire shift from the from the Trinamool Congress to Bharatiya Janata Party. Speaking on that note only, I'll ask you that, do you think that people are now saying that this is a tit-for-tat politics? Somewhere people were speaking like this, like the party that has defeated you is the party which is sending you back to the Rajya Sabha by increasing their numbers. How do you react to this entire tit-for-tat arrangement that people are talking of now?
See, it's very simple that my Rajya Sabha tenure when I was in the Trinamool was till 2030. I resigned on 10th June 2026. And after that, as you notice that I joined around 3 days back in Kolkata. There is absolutely no bar in any law or in the Constitution of India stopping a member of parliament in the Rajya Sabha from stepping down, resigning, and then being re-elected. The thing here is that we have been re-elected by the BJP, and the only reason that has been possible is because the people of Bengal have changed their mind and given the numbers, the mandate, a overwhelming majority to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Otherwise, this would not have been possible. And I think that once you resign from a party, you should also leave the position of the Rajya Sabha seat, which I did. And after that, it is the High Command of the Bharatiya Janata Party who took a decision. And if they hadn't given it to me, I would have worked for the organization, as I had said on the first day. So it's I don't know whether it's a tit-for-tat politics or no, but I think every party has the freedom to decide who they will send to the parliament, and every parliamentarian has a right to resign and then be re-elected. I don't think it's unlawful or illegal.
Well, Sushmita ji, from your new party colleagues, have you faced any kind of resentment as of now?
No, not at all, because see, today we went to the Bengal Assembly, where Honorable Chief Minister of Bengal was there. With him were several senior members of his cabinet. All the MLAs of the BJP who were our proposers were present there. We sat in his office, we had a cup of tea. Chief Minister was very kind. He told us, what he expected from us in the parliament, how he plans to work to develop West Bengal as a state, and how there should be good coordination between the Rajya Sabha MPs and the ministers of various departments and MLAs. So it was a very nice atmosphere, felt like a family, and obviously initially, see, you can't deny the fact that it's little awkward. Because I have done opposition politics for the best part of my life. And there is no denying that it has been BJP versus Congress or BJP versus Trinamool. So yes, initially one does feel a little like, how is it going to be? But today, I think the deck was cleared, and we felt like a family who's going to work together.
But you somewhere admit that this BJP's entire ideology or the way of politics is 180-degree different from Congress or Trinamool Congress as well. So, do you actually wholeheartedly subscribe to the politics or ideology of the Bharatiya Janata Party?
See, what happens is, the way I have viewed the ideology of the BJP in the past has been through the prism or the eyes of the Congress or the All India Trinamool Congress. So obviously it is bias. But to really understand the vision of Prime Minister Modi and the ideology with which the BJP is ruling this country, I had to sort of reboot myself, to be very honest. And what helped me was, I have seen in Assam the extent to which the government has delivered for the people. The northeast states what they were during the tenure of Congress and what it is now, whether it comes to infrastructure, whether it comes to, skill development, jobs, security across international borders, etc. So, there are certain things which were there for me to see in front of my eyes in Assam, frankly, over the last 10 years. So, I don't think there is any turmoil within me vis-a-vis ideology, and as in when different policies come to the forefront and have to take a decision, I don't know what those will be. You are welcome to ask me the question then, but whether we like it or not, Prime Minister Modi's vision and the BJP's ideology is getting more and more acceptance across the country. And I have to add that I saw the visuals of Prime Minister Modi's visit to Australia. His global popularity and footprint is unmatched. I think in this country there is no other leader who enjoys that kind of popularity across the world.
Speaking about the All India Trinamool Congress and Bharatiya Janata Party, what is the difference that made you choose BJP over AITC?
First of all India Trinamool Congress, my 5-year stint with them tells me one thing very clearly, that it's not an ideological vote, it's a leader-centric vote. Meaning that people vote for the leader of Trinamool Congress. It is her popularity, and you'll hear many of the loyalists of Mamata Di saying that people vote for Mamata Di, we are not a factor, we are like rubber stamps. So they are themselves admitting that they are rubber stamps. So it is a vote for Mamata Banerjee. And when you leave from the Congress and you come to BJP, people can ask you about ideology. But if you leave All India Trinamool Congress and come to the BJP, I think the question of ideology is quite irrelevant because it's a one-woman show.
Absolutely. But again, when we speak about the ideologies and the policies of the Bharatiya Janata Party, do you actually give in to their delimitation and all of the things like the policies that they're bringing in? Even now in Bengal, if we consider, they're bringing in UCC. So are you actually supporting this?
See, first of all, UCC has already been passed in states like Assam, Uttarakhand, etc.
Yeah, and you had been opposing.
Yeah, and UCC in Assam, what I have seen is a law that says that child marriage cannot happen. So if you're below 18, you're a girl, you can't marry. If you're below 21, you're a boy, you can't marry. It says that when a person dies without a will, and the law of inheritance must treat a boy and girl equally. So you can't give the boy more and give the girl less. Marriages and divorces have to be registered. Then there is no second marriage. So if you have a living spouse, you can't keep marrying 2, 3, 4 times. That is the UCC, means Uniform Civil Code. So the question is, if you forget the fact that you're in BJP or Congress or Trinamool or left, tell me what is wrong with these laws.
But you have been opposing it all this time. So are you now full-heartedly supporting it?
First of all, when it came in Assam, that time I was still in Trinamool. You will see that I'm not on record saying anything because I read it. And I said, if today somebody says that I'm opposing the UCC of Assam, that person is actually saying that they're in favor of child marriage. They're in favor of discrimination between a girl and a boy when it comes to inheritance, that you should be allowed to marry so many times. So you will see once the debate starts in Bengal, and there is a very high level committee with retired Justice Ranjana Desai sitting on it, the people who will oppose it will actually have no good reason to oppose it except for the sake of opposing it. And in Assam it was passed that there was no, you are a reporter, did you see any andolan that somebody is on the streets? No, nothing happened because people realized that by opposing it they are going to look regressive and backward. You see, that's what happened.
Well, after your resignation, there were pictures that came in that you met the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sharma.
Yes.
But did you speak to your party supremo, like the former party supremo Mamata Banerjee, after your resignation, or before filing it, did you have any words with her that for some reason you were offended with the party or how it was functioning?
No, I did not have any conversation or communication. I only sent my written resignation from the party via WhatsApp, and thereafter there was no communication.
Did she try communicating with you?
No, she did not try to communicate with me. None of that happened. And I met Assam's Chief Minister, Himanta Biswa Sharma ji, straight after my resignation. And we had a very candid and very nice conversation. And I basically said that the rejection of Congress has been absolutely decisive in Assam, and for the third time. And there was no doubt in my mind that people of Assam have chosen BJP. And the only way for me to work for my people is to be with the party which has acceptance amongst the people, and people who have made a big difference to my state.
Well, the last question that I come to you with is that your former colleague, Ms. Mahua Moitro, she has called people who have actually left the party, the leaders who have left the party, as democratic criminals. How do you respond to this entire statement or the phrase that she is using towards the ones who have left Trinamool Congress?
You see, the people who have moved away, not necessarily from Trinamool Congress, but from a lobby of Trinamool Congress, which is now being called the Kalighat TMC, they are quite clear that in the past, people did not, the harassment of the people was too much. You see, so even Kalighat lobby is saying कि जो लोग चले गए वो तो चोर हैं, डकैत है, तो आप खुद कह रहे हो, that means she's herself saying that Trinamool was full of thieves and corrupt people. The people inside the assembly who are fighting against each other, two factions of Trinamool, even there the main allegation seems to be of corruption, and one could not make out, because when a party is in power, then nobody talks against that party out of fear. But after 4th May, after Trinamool Congress was, lost the mandate, it became crystal clear the kind of misdemeanors and the kind of corruption that was actually rampant in the state of Bengal. And if you see all my interviews, I have not said this corruption, that corruption, because I have not worked at the grassroots level of Bengal. But all the Bengal leaders of Trinamool Congress are calling Trinamool Congress corrupt. So I think instead of calling people, murders of democracy, etc., I think they need to एक कहावत है ना, अपने गिरेबान में झांक के देखिए पहले. And please understand that this whole issue of defection, which is now happening in the cases of other parties also, I believe that somebody who is elected in a symbol, elected with the help of a leader, also has the right to expect their party and leader to walk on the right path. Okay, so that's the reason that when Rajiv Gandhi's government brought the defection law, they gave an exception where it will be allowed that elected members of parliament can move away from their party, provided they have 2/3 majority, and that's what's happening.
The last question that I ask you is, why, when you're speaking about there was corruption in the party, everyone knew about it, but why do you think Mamata Banerjee was quiet about it? Why did she not take up that strong hand, what she is doing now? And why still now do you feel that Mamata Banerjee is still in support of Abhishek Banerjee, even after seeing the party being rumbled?
See, I cannot say what Mamata ji is thinking and why she did what she did, but what is crystal clear to me is the new government of the West Bengal is crystal clear that law will take its own course. People will be made accountable. And whatever I have seen in the last month or so, the writing is on the wall. When you refuse to give your voice sample, that means you have something to hide. When your right hand man has run away and nobody knows where he is, that means you have something to
You
hide.
have worked with him personally. Did you face such problems, or you knew of it? Then why, as a colleague, why had you never voiced this matter up?
See, what happened during my stint with All India Trinamool Congress, the big scam was the SSC scam that happened in 2016. 2016 I was not in Trinamool, but when the investigation started and Partho Chatterjee was arrested, if you remember, what the party did is party immediately expelled him from the party. So what was the stand of Trinamool Congress? That yes, Partho Chatterjee is corrupt, so we have expelled him, this has nothing to do with us. So obviously being in that party, I believed that they have expelled the man, saying he did this whole thing on his own. But as things unfolded after 4th of May, there is every reason for me to believe that the people at the helm of affairs turned a total blind eye to what was happening. And it's very, very sad. And I am quite confident that Shubhendu Babu, who's the new Chief Minister of Bengal, that he will give Bengal its right place in the nation.
Thank you so much. That was Sushmita Dev, who has filed her nomination as a Rajya Sabha MP for the Bharatiya Janata Party, speaking to Times Now exclusively. This is Rita Chatterjee with my camera person Churvajit Paul reporting from Kolkata for Times Now.